And our Washington affiliate WUSA reports on the arrest of a former Marine accused of shooting a prominent Idaho pastor. The Secret Service says Kyle Andrew Odom threw several objects over the White House fence. The multi-state manhunt for Odom began Sunday, one day after the pastor led a prayer at a Ted Cruz event. Jeff Pegues is outside the White House, close to where the suspect threw the items. Jeff, good morning.
Good morning. The president was inside the White House when the Secret Service says Kyle Odom began throwing things over the South Lawn fence. It happened at around 8:30 last night and included a flash drive and documents, all part of some bizarre manifesto that law enforcement officials say mentions the president and some members of Congress. Kyle Odom, the former Marine wanted in the attempted murder of a prominent Idaho pastor, traveled more than 2,000 miles to the nation's capital to make a delivery. The Secret Service said Odom threw unknown material over the south fence line at the White House complex. He was taken into custody without further incident. When agents searched law enforcement databases, an outstanding warrant for attempted murder first degree was discovered. Police in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, said Odom planned the attack on 55-year-old Tim Remington. Remington, the senior pastor at the Altar Church, was shot at least 6 times in the back and the skull as he walked in the parking lot after Sunday's services.
The bullet basically ricocheted, in and then in his skull, right above his temple.
Remington was shot the day after he prayed with Republican presidential candidate Ted Cruz. He gave the invocation at a rally in Coeur d'Alene. Odom was considered armed and dangerous. Chief Lee White.
We put a warrant in the system. How someone with a felony warrant could board an airplane, I'm not the person to answer that question. I'm sorry.
Police said Odom flew from Boise, Idaho to Washington, D.C. on Monday, the day after the shooting. Authorities said a manifesto mailed to his family and news organizations mentioned lawmakers by name.
There's probably maybe a dozen or 15 or so U.S. senators, along with probably twice that amount from the U.S. House.
Idaho authorities said they were also concerned about Odom's Facebook page. On Tuesday, his profile picture was changed to a drawing of an alien, and this post appeared saying, "Things are not what they appear to be. The world is ruled by an ancient civilization from Mars. I have no time. I have to go." Police say Odom has a history of mental illness, and despite being shot 6 times, Pastor Remington has regained consciousness. He is talking to his family and is expected to be released from the hospital later on this week. Nora?
All right, Jeff, thank you very much.